The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. When Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of King Herod, behold, Magi from the east arrived in Jerusalem, saying, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We saw his star at its rising and had come to do him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was greatly troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Assembling all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They said to him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it has been written through the prophet. And you, Bethlehem, land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, since from you shall come a ruler who is to shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod called the Magi secretly and ascertained from them the time of the star's appearance. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and search diligently for the child. When you have found him, bring me word, that I too may go and do him homage." After their audience with the king, they set out. And behold, the star that they had seen at its rising preceded them until it came and stopped over the place where the child was. They were overjoyed at seeing the star, and on entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother. They prostrated themselves and did him homage. Then they opened their treasures and offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed for their country by another way. The Gospel of the Lord. This weekend we celebrate the Epiphany of the Lord, the manifestation or the revealing of Jesus. He was shown to the world represented by the Magi. They came from the east and traveled a great distance to find Jesus. The light of a star led them to the light of the world. They came bearing gifts, very appropriate gifts. Gold was the gift for a king. Jesus is the King of all. Frankincense is the gift for a priest. Jesus is the true and eternal priest. And myrrh is the gift for one who is to die. And Jesus came to give his life. Very appropriate gifts that may be a little bit impractical for a baby. I mean, let's face it, gold's always helpful. They could use that. Frankincense might have made the place smell a little better. I think the myrrh probably got left behind when they departed for Egypt. In the bulletin this weekend is a list of our fall outreach efforts. It begins with, the list begins with the Life Clinic baby bottle drive in October. It lists our Thanksgiving food baskets and all the donations there. Goes through all of the Giving Tree gifts in December. And on top of that, we also gave emergency assistance to a few families. Now, we didn't travel very far to give those gifts. We didn't need the light of a star to guide us. We drove to Meijer's or Kroger's, Walmart, Target, Kohl's, or other stores. We just brought the gifts here to church. Our gifts didn't have the symbolic significance of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. We gave food and personal care items, sweatshirts and jeans, hats, coats, and gloves, toys and gift cards for people to get what they needed. But those gifts were given to Jesus every bit as much as the gifts of the Magi. We didn't just cover a personal need someone had with those gifts. We gave people dignity. We gave parents the joy of being able to give Christmas gifts to their children. We inspired hope by letting them know that people cared. Our gifts made this world a little brighter. On this feast of the Epiphany, of showing Jesus to the world, I thank you. You gave gifts to Jesus. These gifts made things a little bit better for someone. On this feast of the Epiphany, people still search for Jesus. We are Team Holy Spirit, and they can find him in our midst.